Good morning everyone. Myself, Dr. Jatin Chanda, Assistant Professor in the Department of Community Medicine. Hope you all well and enjoying the e-learning sessions. Today I am going to speak on a very important arboviral disease, that is dengue fever. However, it is written as Dengue. It pronounced as a dengue. So the learning objective of today's session, by the end of this session, learner will able to define the dengue fever. They can explain epidemiological triad for dengue disease. Learner also able to analyze clinical spectrum of dengue fever. They also able to analyze diagnostic method to detect the dengue fever. And last, the learner will know how to prevent and control dengue fever. So let's start talking with some brief introduction of arbovirus disease. Then we move to dengue fever. So arbovirus disease is belong to the zoonotic disease. It is a disease of vertebrate animal and transmitted to human being accidentally by the bite of blood-sucking arthropod such as mosquito, sandfly, ticks, and mice. Such viruses are called as arbovirus, which are RNA viruses and showing varied type of morphology. They can be a spherical or can be a cylindrical. Among all the arbovirus diseases, dengue fever is come out as a very much important emerging public health problem nowadays. It is an acute infectious commonest arboviral disease. It is transmitted from person to person by the bite of infected female Aedes mosquito. Clinically, it is characterized by high fever, headache, body ache, severe joint pain, and muscular pain. The good thing is that it is not usually fatal, but under certain circumstances, it can cause severe hemorrhage and profound shock, which may become fatal. Again, it is a self-limiting disease, and next to malaria, dengue is now most common cause of fever in India. Okay, now the question is that why it is important to know about the dengue fever. For that, we have to look at the magnitude of the problem. So the dengue fever is not a new disease. It is known for more than a century in all the tropical and subtropical regions. It is endemic in more than 100 countries. In 1998 pandemic, WHO reported 1.2 million cases with about 15,000 deaths. And every year, the trend is increasing. It is estimated that each year, 50 million infections occurs due to the dengue viral infection, which result in almost 50 lakh cases and almost 12,000 deaths worldwide. Prevalence of the dengue fever is mainly due to the man-made activities, that is industrialization, urbanization, eruption of slums, lack of sanitation in and around the houses. And the number of the dengue cases reported to WHO increased over 15-fold over the last 2 decades. It is from nearly 5 lakh cases in 2000 to over 24 lakh cases in 2010 and 33 lakh cases in 2015. In India, the first epidemic occurred in the Vellore district of Tamil Nadu in 1956. After that, another epidemic occurred in 1996 in Delhi, in which about 10,000 cases were recorded, along with 400 deaths were reported. After that, during 1997, another epidemic occurred in the Maharashtra, and during 2003, there were about 12,715 cases with nearly 200 deaths in the country occurred due to the dengue viral infection. If you look to the recent data, during 2017, there were about 1,88,000 cases reported with 325 deaths in the country, and during 2018, there were about 1 lakh cases, nearly 172 deaths were recorded. This is as per the annual BDCB website. Thus, the dengue fever is an emerging public health problem in India, with solving a cyclic epidemic. Now moving to epidemiological trial, that is interaction between agent, host and environmental factors. So to start with the agent factor, the causative agent for the dengue fever is a dengue virus, which is a member of flavivirus, and already discussed it is an RNA virus and spherical type. There is a 4 serotype, that is DEN1, DEN2, DEN3 and DEN4, and all the serotypes provide only partial cross immunity to each other. The good thing is that it is easily destroyed by the heat and chemical, and all the 4 serotypes have been isolated in India. So if you look at the people of communicability, it is first 4 to 5 days of the illness, and if you look at the reservoir, only case is the chief reservoir, no carrier state exists. And the next is mode of transmission. It is done by the bite of infective female Aedes mosquito, and the vector, most efficient vector is Aedes aegypti mosquito. It is called most efficient because it is a very domestic habit. It breeds near human habitation, in the water, that is collected in artificial container like coconut shell, broken pot, flower vase, broken bottle and air cooler. Air cooler turned out to become a killer in the Delhi epidemic. Aedes mosquito is also known as a tiger mosquito, as it showing the white strips on its black body, and usually they are the day biter. Virus shows propagative type of biological transmission. After the blood meal, the virus multiply in the body of the mosquito, reaches an optimum number when the mosquito is said to become infective. This type of transmission is called the biological propagative type of transmission, and once the mosquito becomes infective, it remains infective for life. Now coming to the host factor, dengue fever is common among young children and adults. However, children have a milder disease than adults. It is more among men than the women, maybe because men are more exposed and women are better clothed. Regarding immunity, one attack confirmed type-specific immunity for about the 9 months against a particular serotype of the virus, and partial cross immunity against the other types. However, several attacks with the same serotype confirms lifelong immunity. Now moving to the environmental factor, the risk of dengue has shown an increase in the recent year due to the rapid urbanization, lifestyle changing, so using air cooler, deficit water management, including improper water storage practices in urban, peri-urban and rural area, making the environment Aedes mosquito friendly. Incubation period, that is the period between exposure to an infection and the appearance of the first symptoms. It varies between the 5 to 10 days. And following is the spectrum of dengue viral infection. So the clinical spectrum can be analyzed as a asymptomatic dengue viral infection, undifferentiated viral fever syndrome, classical dengue fever, dengue hemorrhagic fever, and dengue shock syndrome. Again the same, this is the clinical spectrum shown in the flow chart. So dengue virus infection can be asymptomatic and the symptomatic. Under the symptomatic, it can be divided as an undifferentiated fever and the dengue fever, or it can be a dengue hemorrhagic fever. And the severe form of dengue hemorrhagic fever is dengue shock syndrome. So let's have a look one by one to entire clinical spectrum. The first one, asymptomatic dengue viral infection. So the infection with the virus but not associated with the symptoms, probably because of subclinical infection. The next spectrum is undifferentiated viral fever syndrome. It is manifested as a mild fever with mild prodromal symptoms, that is mild fever, mild headache, mild body ache and loss of appetite. Maculopapular rash may appear. This type is among infant and young children is more common, and the feature lasts for a few days followed by the complete recovery. So there is no classical features, it is symptomatic type but with the undifferentiated viral fever. The next manifestation of clinical spectrum is classical dengue fever, in which there is sudden onset of high fever which is up to the 104 Fahrenheit, associated with several prodromal symptoms like severe headache, severe body ache, associated with severe myalgia and severe arthralgia. The pain is so much intense, it's like a broken bone. So it is also called the backbone fever. And other characteristic feature which might suggest of the dengue fever is a retrobulbar pain and the periorbital pain. The symptoms like myalgia and arthralgia also restrict the body movements. Fever is a biphasic type and it is known for its saddle wave form of temperature curve. So the fever characteristic is a sudden rise of temperature, that is also known as first febrile phase, which declines gradually from second day, and it again rises on fourth and fifth day, that is also known as the second febrile phase. Then again the fever is declines. Along with that, rashes appear in about 80% of the cases during the second febrile phase. And rashes are the morbilliform type of the rashes, that is the measles-like. It first appears on the trunk, may spread to the extremities, that is called the centripetal type of spread. Notable thing is that it is rarely appear on the face. It is accompanied by the itching, hyperesthesia and generalized lymphadenopathy. Rashes may last for 1 to 2 days. During the later part of the second febrile phase, rashes may disappear. Classical dengue fever is a short-lived infection lasting for about 8 to 10 days with complete recovery. It is not fatal and there is a profound leukopenia. and case fatality rate is very low. Next and serious manifestation is a dengue hemorrhagic fever that is without shock. So some patients with dengue fever go on to develop a dengue hemorrhagic fever, a severe and sometimes fatal form of the disease. It is proposed to be the result of two sequential infections with different dengue serotype. The first infection with type 1 or 2 sensitized the patient to the second infection with type 3 and 4, resulting in immunological catastrophe that is result in the dengue hemorrhagic fever. A critical period of about 6 months between two infections has been thought to be necessary as per available evidence. So the event take place in this serious manifestation is like that. Dengue antigen activate the complement system of the body, resulting in increased capillary permeability that lead to the leakage of the plasma, fluid and erythrocyte, not only in the interstitial space but also in the serous cavity like pleura and peritoneum, and that ultimately result in hypovolemia, hemoconcentration, acidosis, and in the severe form of dengue shock syndrome into the shock. So dengue hemorrhagic fever is common among the young children. Adults develop the classical dengue fever, but most of the time they escape from the hemorrhagic manifestations. Tourniquet test that comes positive in the dengue hemorrhagic fever. That means a positive tourniquet test, it means there is an increased capillary fragility, and it is done by using a standard blood pressure curve. Pressure is raised between the systolic and diastolic pressure. The test is considered as the positive if more than 20 petechiae are seen per square inch. Now come to the clinical features of dengue hemorrhagic fever. The first feature is a high fever that is sudden in onset, high, associated with severe prodromal symptoms, and it has lasted for about a week. The next clinical feature is hemorrhagic phenomena. It is usually spontaneous. The tourniquet test is positive, and the manifestation is like a fine petechiae on the extremities, axilla, face during the early febrile phase. And hemorrhagic manifestation also occur in the form of epistaxis, gingival bleeding, hematemesis, and melena. Hepatomegaly is there, but it is not associated with the jaundice. Again, in the severe form of dengue hemorrhagic fever, that is dengue shock syndrome, circulatory failure is seen, and it is characterized by profound sweating, hypothermia, low blood pressure, narrowing pulse pressure, increased pulse rate, rapid and weak pulse, and cold and clammy skin, and patient shows restlessness. Dengue hemorrhagic fever graded into grade 1 to 4 depending upon the severity. Grade 1 include the patients which have only prodromal symptoms, and the only hemorrhagic manifestation is positive tourniquet test. Grade 2 include the patients which shows the sign of grade 1 along with spontaneous hemorrhage. Grade 3 include the features of the grade 1 and 2 plus signs of circulatory failure. And grade 4 include the features of grade 1, 2 and 3 plus signs of profound shock. With grade 3 and 4, the case fatality rate is increased up to the 40 to 50%. And the last phase is convalescent phase, that is recovering from illness. It is also known as reabsorption phase. This phase begins when the critical period of 24 to 48 hours ends. This is characterized by stoppage of plasma leakage, reabsorption of the plasma and fluid into the intravascular compartment, stabilization of the vital signs, that is the improvement of pulse and improvement of well-being, increased urine output, and appearance of characteristic convalescence rash of the dengue, that is confluent type, often pruritic and petechial. So, except for the complication, that is fluid overload and the mechanical ventilation, nearly all the patients with the dengue hemorrhagic fever recovers rapidly with timely initiation of judicious fluid management and careful monitoring. So, what are the investigations required to identify dengue fever, dengue hemorrhagic fever? So, the first one is platelet count, and it shows significant decrease in the count, that is less than 1 lakh. Hematocrit value is also increased by the 20% or more due to the hemoconcentration. The clinical criteria like high fever, spontaneous hemorrhagic manifestations, that is epistaxis, gingival bleeding, hematemesis associated with thrombocytopenia, rise in hematocrit value are sufficient to establish the diagnosis of dengue hemorrhagic fever. In some cases, hypoproteinemia, pleural effusion, and ascites constitute the supporting evidence of plasma leakage. And the next thing we do is RT-PCR, that is real-time polymerase chain reaction. It is done to detect viral genome in the serum. It is a primary tool to detect the virus early in the course of illness. It is a definite proof of current infection, but it is costly. So what we usually doing with NS1 ELISA, that is detection of non-structural protein in the serum of dengue fever patient. It is useful tool for diagnosis of acute dengue infection. And other thing which we usually use is immunoglobulin G ELISA, and the sample with negative immunoglobulin G in acute phase and positive immunoglobulin G in convalescent phase is known as primary dengue infection, and the sample with positive immunoglobulin G in acute phase and the four-fold rise of immunoglobulin G titer in convalescent phase is known as the secondary dengue infection. In the next, more severe manifestation of the clinical spectrum of dengue viral infection is dengue shock syndrome, which is shown in 30% cases of dengue hemorrhagic fever. The patient will have a high fever with hemorrhagic manifestation, and on the second or fifth day of the illness, the condition of the patient deteriorates rapidly. The skin is cold, clammy, blotchy with the circumoral cyanosis with hypotension and the narrow pulse pressure. Patient is restless, may die within the 12 to 24 hours. With intracranial hemorrhage, the patient may go into the coma. Acute abdominal pain frequently occurs before the onset of the shock. Now move to the management. As we know, there is no treatment for dengue viral infection. Manifestation is only symptomatic. So management is only symptomatic, and by supportive therapy such as antipyretic, prophylactic antibiotic, blood transfusion, and fluid and electrolyte balance. Some points which deserve special mention are: the first one, isolation of the patient in a mosquito net or mosquito-proof room because the virus are circulating in the blood during first 3 to 5 days of illness, and the Aedes mosquito are day fighters. The second is the mosquito are capable of transmitting infection soon after blood meal. So using mosquito curtain prevent the further transmission from patients. Third, salicylate must be avoided because they may cause bleeding. Fourth, avoid IV fluids till the evidence of hemorrhage is present. Next is avoid blood transfusion till the hematocrit value falls. and antibiotic and steroid are not necessary. Now moving to the prevention and control part. So what things we can do is elimination of reservoir, breaking the channel of transmission, we can protect the susceptible individuals, and we can also immunize the individuals. Let's see one by one. The first one is elimination of reservoir. Since there is no specific treatment for the transmission from cats, can be prevented by nursing them under the mosquito net so that they are not bitten by Aedes mosquito. The elimination of reservoir has a limited role in control of dengue fever. Most important is breaking the channels of transmission. This consists of anti-larval and anti-adult measures. Under the anti-larval measures, we can use the physical method, that is source reduction, or by improving the sanitation by means of de-weeding the ponds, removal of submerged grasses using the herbicides. We can also use the chemical method by spraying the larvicides, that is abate, TB4s, in the concentration of 1 ppm in the breeding place. Biological methods by use of larvivorous pests such as Gambusia, and biocide method is by using the Bacillus sphaericus and Bacillus thuringiensis, which infect the larva and kill them. In the anti-adult measures, it consists of the indoor and outdoor spray with insecticides such as the malathion in the concentration of 5%, and all the infected village and uninfected village within the radius of 3 km should be covered. The next is the protection of the susceptibles. So we can use nets and the mosquito coils. We can screen the building with copper and bronze. The only disadvantage is it is costly, but it has excellent results. We can also use the repellents. The most common used insecticides in the repellents are diethyltoluamide. And the last one is immunization that can be done by the dengue vaccine. It is a live attenuated tetravalent chimeric vaccine. Chimeric virus is a new hybrid microorganism created by joining the nucleic acid fragments from two or more different microorganisms. It is prepared by recombinant DNA technology by replacing pre-membrane and envelope structure of gene of yellow fever 70D vaccine strain with those from each of the 4 dengue serotypes. The schedule for dengue vaccine is 3 doses, 0, 6 and 12 months. Another good thing is that it is approved for age 9 years to 45 years, and efficacy of vaccine varies from 56% to 64%, and it is marketed as dengue vaccine. It is created by Sanofi Pasteur, a leading pharmaceutical company that is dedicated for the vaccine preparation only. So this is the last slide of the session. It is a quick recap. Please read yourself and please note the second point about the 4 serotype of the dengue virus. Den 2 cause more severe manifestation, and Den 3 is responsible for most of the epidemic. Please read yourself. So this is all about the dengue viral infection. Thank you for your time and listening. If you have any question, please text in the group so we have a good discussion regarding the problem. Thank you again.